thought that was interesting. How about the men's singles? My goodness. 有完全可以 no surprise that he beat Go Hao, though Zhou made things difficult for him. Tang Yuan, the ranked outsider of the quarterfinals, along with Love Hao, to be fair, beat Yukiya Uda. What a result there for the youngster. They won Chuchi. Lam Shuhang, who had such a superb tournament, outplayed again by Tomokazu Harimoto, and Lin Shudong, who was defeating beating the local hero, who is from Hainan province. It's a massive result. It's a good crowd in here. You see the stars in this league, as you'd expect on a Sunday now. Huge support, I'm sure. To get all the pre-match stuff sorted out now. A lot of fans in the house. Very enthusiastic, a little over-enthusiastic this time. They've been reprimanded by some of the stars at the table. So I want you to in particular, I've had to tell them to just calm it down a little bit. Over-exuberance. That you can hear.
感谢你们获得由朝鲜合作伙伴全球贸易之窗提供的精美礼包，再次欢迎大家来到现场，祝大家观赛愉快。Come on, DJ, it's your showtime. 现场所有的朋友们，全部站起来好吗？精彩的比赛马上就要开始了，让我们感受到大家的热情。
So to explain now, with the 4 semi-finals, it will be best of 7. We had that as well earlier. From the quarterfinals onwards, and that'll take us all the way to the finals.
双手举得再高一些。
That just gives a little bit more leeway, margin for error. Allow for some comebacks perhaps. As we await the first 2 players to come on for the opening semi-final. That will be Sun Sha and Kwai Man in the women's singles semi-finals. Reminder that they will again gather at 6 PM local time, so it does help to play the first couple of matches, give you a bit more rest as well later. There's the tournament mascot having some fun. Just awaiting the players to come on. Still performance there by Arbao, the Asia Baby, the mascot. As the players will get introduced very shortly indeed. Just awaiting the first players now to make their way on. There'll be a tremendous reception for Sun Ying-sha. The mascot being led away. Here we go then. Introduction of our two semi-finalists, the women's singles coming up.
对决即将开始，全场大声倒数，5、4。Ladies and gentlemen, semi-final is about to begin.
女士们、先生们，半决赛即将开始。
Let's warmly welcome the players.
让我们用最热烈的掌声和欢呼声，有请运动员入场。快慢 ，representing China。
So Kwaiman comes out first.
Representing China.
Got a big task ahead of her. And listen to that reception for Sun Ying-sha. As we said, he is massively popular. Along with Wang Chuqin, they're the two most popular players in world table tennis. She has just told the fans to calm it down. A lot of flashes that go on, people taking photos, and that has put off the players at times. So certainly would not want that to be a distraction. This is the head-to-head between the two. She's won 5 of the 6 meetings. Sun Ying-sha, number 1 versus number 4 in the world, a win-loss rate of 89% to 83%. I will say this though, the one time that they have that Kwaiman won was actually the last time that they met at the WTT finals in Hong Kong. Kwaiman won 4-0. Of course, Sun Ying-sha was also having injury issues. We have to also put that into perspective. He's struggling. He's been out for about a month with a foot problem. So she'll just want to ease her way back in. Though I know that'll be still some big task.
Yeah, blue, red.
Here. There'll be perhaps some unfinished business as well for Sun Ying-sha.
Side.
So quick warm up here. So we start with Kwai Man here, who's 21 years of age. She is the world number 4. She's been a bit higher as world number 2 earlier this year. Left-hander. Won a silver at the World Cup last year. She's won every single match so far. Dropped a couple of games against Uhoy Kem, as you saw there. This very competition in 2025. She was a bronze medalist, hoping to go one better, at least this time. Sun Ying-sha is 25, the world number 1, of course. And the right-hander has won pretty much everything there is to win in table tennis, except for 2 competitions in particular that stick out. One is this one, of course, where she has finished runner-up last year in Shenzhen to Wang Wenyu, and she has yet to win a gold medal at the Olympics. Also has not lost a game yet. She's had 2 silvers at the Olympics, and I'm sure that's something she would desperately want to rectify later on at the next games. Daniel Deleniana is the umpire. And assisting on the other side. He's out of the way. Trying to sort things out there. She's a multiple world champion, a multiple World Cup winner, multiple WTT finals winner. Also an Asian Games defending champion, and a former Asian champion, a former youth Olympic champion.
versus Sun Ying-sha. First game.
Is the umpire.
Kwai Man to serve, level. One love.
Yeah, she had to retire during that women's singles semi-final with Kwai Man. So that last game that she played with Kwai Man was
Let one love.
given to her as an 11-0.
One all.
So it was actually 3-2 in games before she retired with an ankle problem. Then returned later in the day to team up with Wang Chuqin in the mixed doubles final, which they lost. Wang Chuqin also had a problem and withdrew from the semi-finals, but yeah, there was a workload. Still, I'm sure she'd want to rectify all that and win this. Sun Ying-sha, she will come into it as the big favourite overall. And now she plays. Sun Ying-sha. Of her playing the masculinized style in women's table tennis. Very proactive and exerts immense pressure on her opponents. Just that forehand of hers is already interrupting the crowd. It upset other fans as well, who just felt it was so disruptive, bordering on disrespectful.
2, 3. Three all.
Oh, good comeback here from Kwai Man. Suning Shah has not quite had the perfect run to the semi-finals.
4-3.
She's just in front here. Yeah, she started off obviously very well and won her 3 group games. One of them included a walkover against Hind Zaza of Syria. Then she dropped a game against Kim Na-young, who actually won the first game
Let 4-3.
in that round of 16 match. But then Suning Shah bounced back to win the next 3. She also dropped a game against Chen Yi in the quarterfinals when it was it was 2-1 at that stage. Look at this. I think she's fast approaching where she wants to be. Suning Shah. So well, so good in terms of speed, quality, usage rate, and that forehand and consistency.
4-5.
She edges in front again. Kwai Man's record. Won all her group games 3-0, beating Suta Zheng Jian and Mariana Sahakian, so no problems there. Did drop a game against Du Hoi Kem in the second game, so it was 1-all at that stage.
5-all.
And Miyu Nagasaki took a game off her to make it 3-1 there. So they both dropped a couple of games. Something will have to give. Okay, man. Also a shake hand looper. Sells at close table fast attacks with extremely rapid forehand backhand transitions and wide placement. Very agile style about her. She relies less on absolute power, more on varying rhythm, placement and spin.
6-all.
Yeah, skillfully using her opponent's force against them. That's one actually you would feel that Suning Shah would have put away. Well, because of that injury, we haven't seen Suning Shah in action since Hong Kong.
7-6.
And she did say when she entered this competition that coming back, she said she feels the freshness about competing and she was really excited and the spectators were cheering for her, gave her a lot of motivation.
7-all.
And that after resting and going through a full cycle of recovery and training for more than a month, she was not worried about her fitness anymore, her physical state, and said the priority now to translate the training gains into match performance, which I think we are seeing the benefits of. Also some time off.
8-7.
Flying around. And all the training that she's done to make sure she can show her best in this competition, and she hopes these matches will test to confirm that recovered form. She's just in front here against Kwai Man.
All.
That backhand. Kind of looped up there, didn't it?
9-8.
Kwai Man in front. One of the few times she's actually taken a lead here. Under some pressure. Sun Sha, and there's 2-game point for Kwai Man. Sun Sha looked in a pretty good position for a while. And all of a sudden, Kwai Man has a game point. Some pressure here. Oh, she served wide there. Kwai Man has taken the first game.
To Kwai Man.
She's reeled off points at the end. Just stunned this arena and Sun Sha. Superb really from Kwai Man. Kept herself in the hunt. Wow, this was a very, very wide serve. Thought Sun Sha might go down the line with Kwai Man so wide of the table. Played the safer shot, as it were. And Kwai Man has won the first game, 11-8. And it's up 1-0 here.
Time. Second game, Sun to serve, level. One love.
Tremendous start from Kwai Man. To take the lead here against Sun Sha.
Love 2.
You can bet Sun Sha is going to come out here with real intent now. Yeah, but Kwai Man showing why she's such a rising force in Chinese table tennis.
Love 3.
This is more the Sun Sha that many are used to and want to see.
4 love.
This is the statement of intent from her. As I think many would expect. Now, prior to losing to Kwai Man in the previous 5 matches that Sun Sha has played in and won,
Kwai Man
4-1 won just 3 games in those 5 matches. $18 games to 3 in favor of Sun Sha. She has never won more than 1 game off Sun Sha in any of those matches. Look at how wide they are
1-5.
of the table. And the only times I said that she's won, that was at the 4-2. Su Ming had that ankle injury. So that kind of has a little asterisk next to it. We don't want to take that away from Kwai Mun, but Su Ming was clearly not at her best, but she's always outplayed. I mean, look at the fact that they played 3 other times in 2025. That's a fantastic forehand. She has recently kind of been more proactive in her technical style, elevating the pressure she puts on her opponents, Kwai Mun. Su Ming is really dominant in this game. Just raced through it so far. Oof.
6-3.
That one long. Only twice before has Kwai Mun won the opening game against Su Ming. Both times actually were 8-11, as it is today.
3-7.
She moves 4 points clear. First time she did it was at the China Smash round of 32. Su Ming went on to win it 3-1. And the other time she did it, apart from today, was at the finals in Hong Kong, where, of course, she went on to win 4-2. Great backhand from Sun. It's looking a bit frustrated there, Sun. She just makes things look so effortless, Su Ming. No matter what's thrown at her.
9-4.
Never really got into attack mode. Didn't need to. Pretty big lead now for Su Ming with a couple points required to take this second game, make it 1-1. But
5-9
on the flick there, couldn't get that over.
$5-10.
So 5 game points now for Sun.
$10-6.
Had a bit of a reaction there from Sun.
$10-7.
Well, Kwai Mun kind of forced her back a little bit there. Good work from her, but she attempts a comeback trail here. Great power on the forehand, goes across Kwai Mun. Such power on it, and she converts that game point to take the second game. done a good job here. Win the second game. That is now 1-all. 11-7 in game 2 to Suning Shah.
Time. Third game.
Much better from Suning Shah. Kwai Man will be aware now that she's on a bit of a roll, her opponent, and will want to kind of drag herself back into this. She does seem to have that momentum with her, doesn't she, Suning Shah? And I do think maybe that break that she's had, an enforced break, as it were, has probably done her a world of good, because she's also got this Singapore smash coming up.
Love.
What, 10 days or so. The biggie for her, for everyone really, the smashers. The top of the WTT tree.
Love.
Again, it's a very similar start to what we had in the previous game. Kwai Man, it left her too much to do. Should be acutely aware of that.
1-3.
Important that she got that point. Completely missed it. Suning Shah. So that was right into a mid-drift. You have to try and adjust herself, Suning Shah. Went wide of the table. Good serve from Kwai Man.
All.
Well, uncharacteristic errors there, you'd say, from Suning Shah. Very good rally. You've got to admire the way that Kwai Man is going about things. She was playing very aggressively. Going wide of the table and then down the line. Varying the shots, making it difficult for her opponent. That's 4 straight points for Kwai Man. It's not something you see too often against a player like Suning Shah. Well, quite the match on our hands, haven't we?
5-3. 3.
And she now extends that lead. Well, unlike Sun Ying-sha, she's been busy in 2026 Kwai-man, but not necessarily at her very best. She lost in the round of 16 at the star contender in Doha, losing to Hitomi Sato of Japan. That was a surprise.
5-4.
Move one back here, Sun Ying-sha. But the champions in Doha, because there was a number of competitions in Doha at the start of the year. She lost in the semi-finals to Chen Xingdong. 4-0 in that one.
4-6.
That beat Lulu Nagasaki and Hina Hayata along the way, dropping games from them or against them. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag in 2026 after a good end to the year when she got to the final of the WTT finals. She's missed the count there. She's trying again. Under pressure, yeah, puff of the cheeks. She's being pushed here.
Four.
She took that on brilliantly. Kwai-man, the serve was, you'd have to say, there to be taken. Score, excellent shot on the forehand. Sun Ying-sha under some pressure here. She started the game so well.
8-5.
Just have to really be at the top of things now to rescue this game. Kwai-man in a good position.
6.
Couple of points here for Sun Ying-sha.
Let 6-8. Six, 9.
Pumped fist from Kwai-man. Oh, she's given herself a real shot, going 2-1 up here. The pressure most certainly on for Sun Ying-sha.
Then 6.
Number of unforced errors coming in from Sun. 4 game points for Kwai-man. She's won 5 points on the serve, but struggled off
11-6.
And Kwai-man, listen to that, groans in the crowd. They're not quite believing what they're seeing. Is this the WTT finals all over again? pressure here on Sun Ying-sha. Make no mistake about it. Kwai Man 2-1 up.
Time. Fourth game, Sun to serve, love all.
Sun Ying-sha, we saw her bounce back brilliantly
Love
after
one.
losing the first game to win the second one relatively emphatically. Is she going to be able to do something similar here? The first point goes to her opponent, though.
1-all.
Every point that she wins does get cheered on.
Two, one.
Counter back there, Sun Ying-sha. Got to be more proactive, and doesn't work out for her.
All.
Threw everything into that forehand, didn't she? Done. High quality
2,
rally,
3.
but it's Kwai Man who comes out on top. Amazing.
All.
Well, she will take that. A little more subtlety in her play there from Sun. Yeah, was not expecting that. Clever. She might have to do something a little different here. What a rally again. I'm on the throwing absolutely everything at Sun Ying-sha was repelling it. Some of those returns, outstanding. That was a great forehand, wasn't it? From Sun Ying-sha. I think she wouldn't mind being in those rallies. Kwai Man has been quite good at winning points relatively early on.
4-all.
That's a bit of a tough edge. Put a bit of slice on that service return.
Five-four.
Oh, this is getting very interesting, this one.
Four-six.
Went for a shot there. Point one, and now shooting shot up by a couple.
Four-seven.
That's from shooting shot now. Looking to apply the pressure on her opponent.
Eight-four.
Well, looks like we may well be heading towards a 2-all here. Shooting shot's 4-point lead.
Eight-five.
That was important as far as Kwaiman was concerned to get one back here.
Five-nine.
Big shout, big reaction from the crowd as Shooting shot moves to 9.
Five-ten.
Great serve, right? To have it kicked out. Shooting shot was equal to the task. Has 5 game points here.
Six.
Four game points now, Suning Shah to convert. Good backhand for Kwaiman. He's matching her in these long rallies.
7.
He said generally Suning Shah wouldn't mind that, but Kwaiman has come out on top a few times. That little smile he can afford. Still 3 game points for Suning Shah.
Seven.
Suning Shah takes the 4th game to make it 2-all. This might go the distance, we shall see. So Sun Ying-sha wins game 4, 11-7. And it's 2-all now against Kwai Man.
Time.
What was interesting about that last game was neither one of them was doing particularly well in their serve. A total of 14 points between them lost in their own serve, and a total of only 4 points won on their own serve. They were doing far better when they were receiving.
Fifth game.
So I lost
Kwai
6
Man
points
to
on their
serve.
own serve.
Love
Kwai
all.
Man lost 8. And they won just 3 points on their own serve, Sun Ying-sha, and just 1 for Kwai Man. They were doing far better when they were receiving. Let's see what happens here.
Love 1.
Punchy
1
shot there from
all.
Kwai Man.
Let 1 all. One, two.
Kwai Man. So Turner's, remember, she's never lost the lead. She's never given Sun Ying-sha the lead.
Two all. Two, three.
That's it for Sun Ying-sha. Oh. You can look at play this. Kind of left herself a bit vulnerable after it hit the net. Nothing that she could do. Better start to this game for Sun Ying-sha. One in which she would like to be able to take the lead.
Five,
Ball
two.
attack. Works out for perfectly, and it's a 3-point lead now for Sun. Again, the Nets playing a bit of a role in that rally. It moves to 4 points clear. Yep, that definitely had an influence. Well, now the kind of mistakes that we saw Sunwoo Shah make earlier. Being rated by Koi Man. Good backhand there from Koi Man. Well, I thought Sunwoo Shah had maybe left herself a bit vulnerable earlier in that rally, but she seemed to recover. And I think she's in a really good position here to take the lead in the match now. A wonderful shot. Cruise that one. Point one. Backhand. Makes that look so easy, doesn't she? She appears to be in good control of this fifth game, Sunwoo Shah. You would think well on the way to making it 3-2. Let's Kwaiman pull something out of the bag here.
10-4.
And that is 6 game points for Sunwoo Shah. You could see she was just attempting to not engage in any kind of fast-paced rally. Little pushes and chop blocks. Kwaiman. The tactic maybe coming a little too late in the game. Sunwoo Shah, for the first time, has got a lead in this match. Not wanting to be in a fast-paced rally. Little pushes here, then a attempted chop block. All coming a bit late. Sunwoo Shah takes game 5. 11-4. That's the biggest win so far in any game. She leads 3-2 against Kwaiman. Well, it's the second game in a row where Kwai Man has struggled on her serve. She won 1 point in game 4 on her serve, and the same thing happened here in game 5. She really needs to sort that out. She lost 8 points on her serve in game 4 and 6 points on her serve in game 5.
Soon
So
to
her
serve
serve is really
Lavot.
letting her down. That's absolutely key for any player. Win this game, and Sun Ying-sha is through to the final.
Love 1.
It's a positive start for Kwai Man. She needs that, doesn't she? Last year, the semi-final, Sun Ying-sha beat Chen Qingdong in 4 straight games. Kwai Man lost
1-all.
4-1 to Wang Wenyu in the other semi-final. And then Kwai Man beat Chen Qingdong 4-0 in the 3rd place match.
One, two.
Yeah, you can hear a little bit more reaction now from Sun Ying-sha. Just feel the exasperation now for Kwai Man. Can't let this run away from her. It's kind of on the cusp, isn't it? Picking up ahead of steam, Sun Ying-sha, and 3 points clear.
Timeout.
That's why we have a timeout now from Kwai Man. Has to figure things out now.
Four, one.
Kwai Man taking a
Five.
timeout there. Take stock of things, but she is now down by 4 points.
1-6.
Sunil Shah's in full control here of this game.
Let 1-6.
Good serve.
6-2.
There's a lot of punches a bit there. And a heels, Sunil Shah. Better from Kwai-Man. It's 2-all since the interval in terms of points. That's a bit of an edge. This is better from Kwai-Man. Wow. After a really good start. I wonder whether Sunil Shah might think of a... She did that quite badly, didn't she, Kwai-Man? Whether Sunil Shah might actually now opt for a...
Timeout.
Yeah, there you go. A timeout. So Sunil Shah, and that's all the points, 3 in a row from Kwai-Man. Show the when the scoring took place.
Four, 6. Five, 6.
This is really good for Kwai-Man. He was under tremendous pressure. It was 6-1 a short while ago. 4 points in a row.
Oh,
this is outstanding for Kwai-Man. She looked dead and buried, didn't she, at one stage? Five consecutive points. She took the timeout at 4-1. She's won 5 of the last 7 points.
Seven, 6.
Yeah, she's lost that one, so that run comes to an end for now, but she's dragged herself right back into contention here when she looked completely out of it. important now for her to stand up when the pressure's on. Sun Ying-sha.
Seven, 8.
This is not over yet. Not for Kwai-man. Tremendous fighting spirit. Reminder, it was 6-1 a short while ago. 6 of the last 8 points in favour of Kwai-man. Sun Ying-sha took a timeout, hasn't quite had the same effect as she would have wanted necessarily.
9-7.
But she is 2 points clear. That's a valuable 2-point cushion at this stage. Kwai-man has kind of improved, I guess you'd say, on her own serve. 3 points won now. The last 2 games, she only won a point each on her serve. So an improvement of sorts.
10-7.
3 match points now for Sun Ying-sha to get into the final. There will be an almighty roar in here if she does it.
Eight,
One
10.
save. Still 2 match points for Sun Ying-sha.
Nine, 10.
That's another one. My goodness, this is not being made easy, is it? Can Kwai-man force the issue and take it to deuce? He's got there. Sun Ying-sha.
Match to Sun Ying-sha.
But boy, is she impressive. That's a lot of credit to Kwai-man. There's perhaps some revenge taken for the WTT finals in Hong Kong. It's the first time that Kwai-man has taken more than 1 game off Sun Ying-sha in a losing cause. These are these sort of little bits of comfort that she will take, I suppose. She certainly narrowed the gap, you feel, against her opponent. Remember, she won the last time they played, though. That will always be remembered for Sun Ying-sha having to withdraw. Used to be 2 up at that point, Kwai-man. But here, Sun Ying-sha, not quite at her best, perhaps, and pushed by her opponent, who showed tremendous resolve at times. Sun Ying-sha, China's beaten her compatriot Kwai-man 8-11, 11-7, 6-11, 11-7, 11-4, 11-9. She wins by 4 games to 2 and is into her 2nd consecutive Asian Cup final. She awaits to see her opponent. It will either be Miwa Harimoto of Japan or her old rival Wang Manyu of China. Tough match for Sun Ying-sha, but she has come through as we look back at the highlights.
11-7.
So Wang Chuqin in action next, also a massively popular player. The Chinese paddler up against the young upstart Cheng Yuan of Chinese Taipei.